Hello friends, my name is Kishan and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about the linked hash map in Java. In previous few video tutorials, we have been talking about the hash map, how internally hash map works, what is rehashing, load factor, etc. So if you did not watch my previous video tutorial, then I recommend you to go and watch those video tutorials, then come to watch this video. Now let's go through the slide and let's talk about the how linked hash map works internally in Java. Now, so the way hash map works internally in Java, in similar fashion, linked hash map works. But in hash map, insertion hash map basically does not maintain the insertion, but linked hash map basically maintains the insertion order, and a linked hash map basically extends hash map. So here linked hash map is a subclass of hash map. So these are the things you will have to keep in mind. Now there are some key points about how linked hash map works internally. The insertion order is maintained while iterating the linked hash map. Elements are displayed in the order they were inserted, right? So this is not basically happens in case of hash map. Hash map doesn't maintain the insertion order. So now this is exactly opposite to in case of hash map. Now even though two null keys were inserted, only one is stored, right? So only one null key is allowed in map, and this is the very similar feature like hash map. In hash map also, hash map basically you can insert only one key as a null. If you try to insert more than one elements with null key, then last one will be overridden, last value will be overridden by the previous value will be overridden by the last entry, right? Now next point, two values were inserted with the same key, which result in the overriding of the old value with the new value, right? As the calculated hash code will be the same for the keys, right? Thus the last one is displayed while iterating the values, right? So if you try to insert in a map, if you try to insert two elements with the same key, right, then basically old value will be overridden by the last value, right? So this basically similar functionality works in both hash map as well as linked hash map, right? Now use of linked hash map as a least recently used cache. A special constructor is provided to create the linked hash map whose order of iteration in the order in which its entries were last accessed, for least recently accessed to most recently access order. This kind of map is well suited for the building LRU cache. So if you want to create a LRU cache or least recently used cache, then linked hash map is the very good candidate for that. And that's the reason linked hash map provides you a constructor which accepts three parameters. First parameter is the initial capacity, second is the load factor, and third is access order. So here you can specify the true or false. If you specify true, then this will maintain the last access order. So that's what this is a very good candidate for LRU cache. Now linked hash map is not synchronized, right? Even hash map is also not synchronized. So if you want to make it synchronized, suppose if you want to use hash map or linked hash map in multi-threaded environment, then you have to make it synchronized externally, right? And that's what collections, that is a utility class in java.util package, which provides you a various static or factory method. So if you want to synchronize a map, linked hash map or hash map, then collections.synchronized map, and you need to pass that map which you want to synchronize it, right? So here collection.synchronized map, and you need to pass the map, and this map will be synchronized. So single lock will be maintained on the linked hash map or hash map object level, right? Now the iterator returned by this is fail fast. If the map is structurally modified at any time after the iterator is created in any way except through the iterator's own remove method, the iterator will throw concurrent modification exception, right. So you have a lot of collection in java.util package, right, and if when you get the iterator from the any of the collection which belongs to the java.util package, so all those iterator are fail fast, means if you try to modify means if you try to add or remove any elements from the underlying collection, then that will throw concurrent modification exception, right. So if your code is deployed on the multi-threaded environment, right, and multiple one thread is try to iterate your map linked hash map or hash map, and another thread is try to add or remove some elements from the underlying map, then this will throw immediately concurrent modification exception, right, and it's a good, right, this will rescue some kind of problem, right. So it's not concurrent modification exception, it's not mean that always you will get in the multi-threaded environment. If even though you are working in a single thread environment, and while iterating your map, if you try to add one elements or remove any elements in the under the underlying hash map, then this will throw concurrent modification exception except iterator's own method, right. So iterator is having a remove method, right, so you can use that one, so that will not throw any concurrent modification exception. Now let's go through the code. So here you can see I have a two model class, one is employee. Let me open all classes. So here I have one class is called employee, which I am going to use as a key in the map, right, which is having some private fields, public constructor. I have overridden two hash code as well as equals method, because this is a hashing data structure, that's the reason I have overridden. Now here next we have a department which I am using as a just I will put as a value in the hash map, right. So this is having a few fields, public constructor, and I have overridden two string method. Now in client program, here you can see I have created initially 5 employee object, and there are 2 department object, and here I have created a linked hash map object, and I am putting all 5 employee as a key and assigning a department D1 and D2. So I have assigned first 3 employees as a department D1, right, and I have assigned department D2 to E1, E4 and E5, and I am trying to assign 2 null key in the hash map, and initially I have assigned the null key as a department D1, and later I am assigning to the same key as a department D2. So D1 will be overridden by the D2, right. So that's the concept we have learned in the slide. Now if I run this application, right, so if I use hash map, then as we know that hash map doesn't maintain the order, insertion order. If I run this application, then here you can see the output what you get on the console, this doesn't maintain the order, right. So if that would have maintained the order, then we were supposed to get E1 first, but we are getting the null key as a first. So this doesn't maintain the any order, right. And we have added 2 null key, but that is showing only 1 null key, and corresponding value is the department D2, right, and that's the overridden from D1 to D2, right. If I choose the next implementation which we have talked in the slide, that is called linked hash map, then you will see this will maintain the insertion order as well. So if I run this application again, sorry, let me import it. So we'll have to press Ctrl Shift O for organize import, and let's run this application. And here you can see now, if you see linked hash map maintains the order. So first one you can see E1 and corresponding department, that is D1. Again you can see E2, then E3, then E4, then E5. So this basically maintains the insertion order, and finally we had added null key twice, right? So last value, I mean latter value is overridden by the old one, right? And that's the I mean value corresponding to the null key is the department D2, right? So this is basically maintaining the order. Now if you look into the linked hash map, then linked hash map class basically extends a hash map, and if you press Ctrl O, then here if you press Ctrl O, then you may check the what are the methods are available in the linked hash map. So linked hash map has a very less amount of methods. So most of the constructor you can see over here, and there are some public, very less amount of public API, right? So these are the public contains value, get or default, clear, key set. These are the basically public API. Apart from that, you'll see there are some more API like for each and replace all. These were the API which were added in the JDK 1.8. So if you don't know how to use for each and replace all, so these methods already I have shown in the JDK 1.8 tutorial how to work with this Java 8 I mean Java 8 enhancement methods. So you can follow my Java 8 video tutorials for that, right? So now most of the methods basically linked hash map inherits from the hash map itself, right? Because this is a super class, right? Now next thing I would like to talk, hash map and linked hash map is not synchronized. If you want to use linked hash map and hash map in the multi-threaded environment, then make sure that you are going to synchronize first it, and here you can check method like synchronize map, and if you look into the method parameter, this accepts map. So any implementation of map, right, which is not synchronized by nature, that you can pass and you will get the synchronized map, right? And that map you can use in the multi-threaded environment, right? So guys, that's all I wanted to discuss in this video tutorial. I hope you enjoy learning this video. If you have any doubt, any questions or any suggestion regarding my YouTube channel, then please do post below to the video. So guys, big thank you for watching this video and see you next video tutorial.